in real quick on my trip, and then we'll get to the NHL.
Okay.
I went on a trip this past week. Went and saw the Nationals play on Friday night. Jake Peavy was pitching for the Padres, but the Nationals got the win in extra innings. My first extra inning game, pretty exciting. RFK Stadium is everything you've probably heard it is for baseball. Pretty awful.
Yeah, it is a dump.
Yeah, but the new stadium's coming along next year. There's pictures of it. Is right there on the cover of their program and on their website if you want to see it. They're building a new stadium. It's supposed to be ready to go by next year, so hopefully that'll get more fans out to the ballpark. When the game is ready to start, a lot of the fans in there kind of look like the beginning of a Montreal Expos game. And I had my whole Expos gear on. I actually met a girl there who was from Montreal and was excited that I had the Expos gear on in remembrance. But they ended up getting a pretty good crowd, a lot better than I thought they might. And they actually have pretty good support in Washington, a lot more Washington National stuff than you might have heard about. And I think this is a team on the rise right now. They're on the bottom, like we said last week. Nobody wants to play there.
Right.
But I think that's going to start to turn around when they get the new stadium. Hopefully they can keep Ryan Zimmerman, who kind of seems like the cornerstone over at the hot corner.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Are they still going to be around when the new stadium's built? Or is somebody going to snatch them and take them to Virginia?
He will be there. Happen? He will be there.
All right.
They will be there. They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. And then I went over to the race, the Dover race, the NASCAR race on Sunday, which got rained out. First rain out. Kind of stinks to get all the way over there. You tailgate, and then you get rained out. But then they had the race Monday afternoon, and again, a lot of people didn't show up for this one because a lot of people had to work on Monday. It brings up an interesting question that was brought up throughout the weekend, which is why I don't understand why NASCAR doesn't move a lot of their races to Saturday night. People like racing at night. It's a lot cooler. There's no sunburn. Then if it rains, you have the race on Sunday. Doesn't get in anybody's way. I know you work on Saturdays.
I was going to say, there you go.
So you got to move it to Saturday nights. Move to Saturday nights, and you get that bump for the rain day, and then people show up.
And then what if you've got a Saturday night race on the West Coast, like a California race? You going to start the race at 1 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast?
Yeah, is that my problem? It's really not.
Yeah, but some of us, we
started on Saturday afternoon. Why can't they have a Saturday afternoon race?
Because
I know that's traditionally for Busch, but... Well, we got a phone call.
We got a phone call.
Hey.
Matt patched us through. Hello.
Hey, I want to just say that Martin Truex Jr. is an uprising star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you would say that. You know who's not an uprising star?
Who's
the guy
that?
who's normally on the left.
Right.
Hey, where is that guy?
That guy didn't show up today. I guess he's being a punk and not showing up.
Oh, I think he was winning a softball game is what he was doing.
Oh, yeah? Well, if he single-handedly won the game, then that would still not change my opinion.
Well, we killed him. I didn't need to single-handedly win it.
So now you're calling in.
Yes, I am.
You know, we're at Fenway Park today, so thanks for joining us.
Oh, we are at Fenway, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they suck. So that's what I got to say about them.
So now you're going to call up the show.
I figured I had to call in, so my fans were wondering where I was. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fans. Do you have anything enlightening that you had to say today that you needed to call in?
All I want to say, the only thing that I wanted to make sure got said today was that I called the NBA Finals.
I already called that. I already tooted your horn.
Well,
so please don't toot it again.
Well, I just wanted to say that we knew this was going to happen, and I'm glad it did, because the NBA needed LeBron in the finals.
It didn't really.
I think it did.
No.
All right.
But you're still wrong even though you're not here.
Whatever. It's all right.
All right.
I don't know. You know?
Okay. Hey, thanks for calling. Show up next week.
Yeah, I don't know. There's another game. Have to see what happens.
All
right. Take it easy.
See ya.
Okay,
so we had 25 minutes of women's basketball chatter. Well, not 25 minutes, but we talked along that, and then he calls in.
Yep.
So if you want to wake up from your naps now, we'll try to resume with some chat. Yeah, you want to talk about Truex Jr. getting his first win? That was kind of exciting to see. I was pulling for Tony Stewart, who got in the altercation with Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, who seems to kind of be a chump in my mind. And I know I've come on the show before and said bad things about racing. It can be boring. I actually did fall asleep and took a nap at the racetrack. I kind of caught a cold while I was down there. Got pretty tired. You know, the car's going around. It's a nice soothing motion. I kind of dozed off for a little while. You know,
it just seems amazing that at 120, 30 miles an hour, 30, 40 cars going around in a circle, all that noise, and the people, the bustle,
there weren't that many people there. Like, we had our entire row to ourselves. It was just me and the two guys I go with, just sitting in the row by ourselves. Like, a lot of people were absent from that race.
And I do agree with what you were saying. NASCAR's got to find a better way to capitalize when they have rainouts, because it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I'm sure those tracks really take a hit.
One of the main things they do is they wait until the last second to call that race. Yep. If you looked at the weather pattern for this particular race, you could see that there was pretty much no way they were going to get it off.
Right.
Yet they didn't tell anybody that. So we go, we tailgate like there's going to be a race. We show up, we go down there, we buy their beer, we get involved, and then all of a sudden they cancel it. And now, when they have the race on Monday, now they get 2 days of sales because they get that day as well. So
but they get half the people the second day.
They do, but you know what? Everybody already bought their tickets. So whether they show up or not, they get their money for an extra set of days. So that's the way NASCAR looks at it. They still get their bank, so they're okay with it, but not good for the fans. The fans don't like it.
Agreed.
And I would have to agree. If I wasn't all the way down there and hadn't already paid for my ticket, you know, I might have come home to get to where I had to be too. But I have Mondays off, so it kind of.
But now you can hang on to that ticket and say, I was there when he won his first race.
Right.
He'll probably not win another race the rest of his career, but hey, you know.
He might, you know. Chill out. You never know.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right. I don't have anything else on that. So let's get to the NHL playoffs, where it looks like the Ducks are ready to finish off the Senators finally tonight.
This is terrible.
Why is this terrible?
Because the last, I want to say, is it 3-4 years? There's been a Canadian team in the championship round.
Yep.
And
when you consider the odds, that's pretty good that one team gets in. First of all.
Okay.
Let's get that.
Right, because there's few Canadian teams, and one seems to get in or squeak in each year. And do you remember the last Canadian team that hoisted the cup?
The Canadians.
Yeah. And weren't you there the last time they hoisted that cup?
No, I went to game one. That was the only game of the series they lost.
But it was, you were my height then. You know
it was 93. Yeah, I was, a freshman in high school.
That's what I'm saying. You were my height then. That was a long time ago.